Hey, yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Man in the Wild. Just, staying with this coronavirus shit, because I mean, hell, that's what y'all motherfuckers want niggas to think about. So, that's what I'm going to talk about. Because, even when, like, you heard, like, little rumblings and shit before this shit really popped all the way the fuck off, it's like you already knew it was going to be some bullshit. You already knew it. And the fact that these motherfuckers here that you see on your screen keep on trying to, make sure that certain shit is in the front of your mind, man, let these motherfuckers go out your life. Stop taking them seriously. But we're gonna check out this death toll video. I think it's mostly out of New York.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. We begin with breaking news tonight because the death toll from the pandemic continues to rise, even as there are signs that the spread of the virus is slowing. It is an especially cruel contradiction for those who have lost loved ones. In the epicenter of the crisis, New York State, 779 people have died in just the past 24 hours. That is yet another record. And the state now...
Yet another record. Like, what kind of records are we keeping here? And then also, too, since you're talking about that many people have died in the state of New York, in the last 24 hours, like I said before, you can't get the cause of death that fast. They simply can't. Especially when you're talking about a virus that has fucking cold-like symptoms. Common cold-like symptoms. You know what I'm saying? I could see it if a motherfucker was coming in there with boils all over their head and shit. Hair falling the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Leg damn near about to fall off and all this other shit because of this crazy virus. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Right? Motherfucker bleeding out their eyeballs and shit. But nah, we talking about if somebody come in there with a headache and some sniffles, we can go ahead and test this motherfucker positive for COVID-19 and they dead the next week or two. If you don't take the right precautions, get the fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. Understand and believe fully that anything that these motherfuckers want you to focus on at a high rate is some complete bullshit. Period.
More confirmed cases than every country outside of the U.S. And as we come on the air, coronavirus cases nationwide have passed 400,000, with more than 14,000 deaths. And yet there is that evidence that the curve is flattening. The number of patients being admitted to hospitals in some areas is slowing, and some models show the crisis may reach...
In some areas it's slowing. People have been out here showing that nobody's in the fucking hospitals. You understand? Like I said, weeks ago, whenever this shit first started popping off, man, I was in the Med Check Center with my daughter for some other shit. Nobody in the waiting room. You understand? Nobody in the waiting room. And so it's like, so if this shit was really like how they trying to make it out to be, you would see different shit. You would see different shit. We would be living different shit. But nah. Nah, they just sitting there hurting us just like the sheep, man, that they know we are. Because these the motherfuckers that's created your whole fucking life for you. Your whole reality. Why the hell would this be any different?
Sooner than thought. Tonight, the CDC is working on new guidelines to get some Americans back to work under certain conditions. And although the governor of New York warned today, it is still too early to let our guard down. There's a lot of news to get to tonight, and our team is covering every angle. Mola Lenghi leads off our coverage in New York City. Mola?
Well, Nora, hospitals like Elmhurst here, which has been at the center of this crisis, are still anticipating that...
And this motherfucker just said Elmhurst Hospital, is the center of the crisis, right? Well, on one of the Film Your Hospital shits, I don't know how many hospitals they got around that area, but the one that I saw, nobody was there. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? of course you got your workers and them motherfuckers that go in on a day-to-day basis type shit. But as far as some pandemic, some disproportionate numbers shit, yo, get the fuck out of here. And if the shit was still like how they're saying that it is, with the death tolls being what it is and all, you would see some shit behind this motherfucker. They would show you the lines of people that's going in for this, going in for that, coming out for this and all of that. Because I'm thinking about doing one, because there's this other video where they're showing people put bodies in the back of motherfucking refrigerated trucks. You miss me with that bullshit too.
In deaths. Health officials expect that to happen. They're predicting by this weekend nationwide. But Nora, tonight, the hope that we are seeing in some new numbers, that is mixed with a lot of pain. Another day, another record. Deaths hitting a new high in New York. But a hopeful sign that the curve is flattening as COVID hospitalizations have leveled off 3 straight days.
That curve is purely a function of what we do day in and day out. If we stop what we are doing, you will see that curve change.
Hold on. So what he's saying with that, if we stop what we're doing, that means if we stop this, you know, if we go back to living our day-to-day lives like regular people and shit and all of that, the numbers is going to peak back up, because the reason why that they stopped is because we stopped. Like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Any type of numbers that you dealing with this bullshit is something that they just give you. Period. There's no debate. I don't give a fuck.
On the front lines, the fight to save patients continues at great cost. New York EMS Lieutenant Antonio Quiones just finished working 80 hours in 5 days. Every night, sleeping at the station, away from his wife and 2 kids.
It's the first time I had to do that, to be away from them for so long. My family is my life, so it is extremely difficult to be away from them.
You pulled in with your heart yet? Are you pulled in with your heart yet? You understand? You sitting there talking about all this fucked up shit going on. Where the fuck is his mask at?
And then to not know if I'm bringing them, exposing them to something.
Pam Tavarone contracted the virus on the job as an ICU nurse in New Jersey. She says the work is as emotional as it is physical.
We don't have time to drink. We don't want to take our masks off to drink because we're afraid to.
With hospital visitations limited, New York cardiologist Evelina Graver is also acting as an emotional lifeline for families. Here, helping her 84-year-old patient.
Because, yo, they sit there talking about they don't want to take their mask off to drink. Like, is that shit air sealed? Really? You know what I'm saying? Like, you seen them people with the ET shits on going into the joint. Hold on.
Exposing them to something.
Pam Tavarone contracted.
All right, so you got a motherfucker with a partial ET suit on, because that ain't all the way, because, you know, their ear and all that shit is still exposed. You know what I'm saying? But you can't take it off outside of there to take yourself something to drink? Like, this is how you want people to look at shit. This is how you want people to, you know what I'm saying, be led towards, should I say, leading towards, you know, the idea that they're going through so much shit. You know, there's so much going on. We can't do this, we can't do that because of this, because of that. You know, like, no. Like, you miss me with all of this shit, man. Anybody you put in front of me, you can miss me. You know, because there's been too many lies, too many everything's being told throughout time, to the point where nothing the fuck that they tell you is what's going on. Nothing. And if it is something that's going on, it's something that's created, but even then you can see certain shit as being real and genuine. This shit is not real and genuine at all.
Virus on the job as an ICU
Look,
nurse.
the doors
in New
are
Jersey.
open and shit. So hold on. So y'all got people that don't have the ET shit on, right? And then you got people who do have the ET type shit on. And you got the door open on just right there.
Job as an
You know, say you going in, does the camera crew have a half ET suit on? None of this shit makes sense. Just like with Buddy touching the damn microphones for the Jazz getting tested positive when I said on the other shit. Was he the only one? Was he the one that set up the microphones? It's like all of these precautions that they got set up for this, not passing that, is all some complete bullshit. Don't give these motherfuckers your heart or your mind, man.
CU nurse in New Jersey. She says the work is as emotional as it is physical.
We don't have time to drink. We don't want to take our masks off to drink because we're afraid to.
With hospital visitations limited, New York cardiologist Evelina Graver is also acting as an emotional lifeline for families. Here, helping her 84-year-old patient FaceTime his daughter for the first time since he was intubated.
To tell them the fact that we no longer can provide the critical care that your family member may need. I'm not God. I'm far from God. I'm just very limited.
Yo, and that shit don't sound genuine at all. That shit don't sound genuine at all. You know, we sitting here talking about, like, I mean, it's a sickness. Like, I mean, if the shit is real, like, the shit is real, like, it's one of them ones to where, like, I mean, I can't really explain it. You would just see it. You will really feel it. You know, but this one over here, one of them over there talking about I can't even have time to take a drink. This one over here talking about I'm not God and I can't do this, can't do that. It's like, yo, like y'all narrative game is fucking trash.
Limited in resources.
And the longer-term projected U.S. death toll is now 60,000, down from 93,000 just a week ago, due in part to the success of social distancing. Today, New York's governor directed flags to be flown at half-staff in honor of those who died, including Wendy Hu, a real estate agent from Brooklyn, described by friends as brilliant, witty, and caring. Among the victims in New Orleans were 4 members of the Franklin family, 86-year-old Antoinette and her 3 sons, Herman.
Like, and they sitting there talking about, what is it, New Orleans? Shit, Baton Rouge done already been caught on that fuck shit. You know, saying that a premature baby, you know, his death was associated with COVID. You know, and like I said before, if you have to say that in order to get this shit to gain some type of traction, that means that it's some bullshit. You know, if you have to say that a 2-year-old that got suffocated his death was associated with COVID, you're on some bullshit. Because if it was real, you would have real shit to talk about. You wouldn't have to make up no shit. You know, and that's what that part boils the fuck down to.
Timothy, Anthony died within days of each other. Well, New Orleans is just one of the concerning hotspots nationwide. This evening, we're also hearing about one of the largest cluster of cases in the country at one of the largest prisons in the country, Cook County Jail in Chicago, where more than 300 inmates and staff have tested positive. Nora.
All right, Mola.
And yo, you can miss me with that bullshit too, because it's like I said, man. Because it's like I said, when you got the common cold symptoms, like, you can go anywhere with that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can go anywhere that you want to with that shit if you say that the motherfucker got the sniffles and then they could potentially have the coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? You could be symptom free for days before you can realize, you know, all that shit that you got it and everything that's already in your chest. It's like, man, the boogeyman effect is real when it comes to this fucking virus. You know what I'm saying? Plain and simple. And so as it stands and as it goes, man, what we're going through is real. This lockdown shit is fucking real. You can't do shit. Real. You know, but everything behind it, I mean, shit. It's just simply a means to control, and there's some other shit going on that, you know, we're not privy to, you know. But in the end, when you don't give your heart to this shit, when you don't give anything of your 100 to this shit, you know, whatever they got coming before you on the back end kind of rolls the fuck off. You know, period. And that's just how it goes. You know, so yeah. I don't know, man. You know, take care of yourselves out there, you know, on the strength of staying away from the fuck shit ass mentality, man. You know, because people do the dumbest shit whenever, you know, a situation like this pops up. Do the dumbest shit, think the dumbest shit. So, you know, make sure to protect your energy, man, because boy, these people have you off your shit. So yeah, this death toll rising, record-breaking corona deaths in New York, man, that bullshit is confirmed.